Oh, whoops. This was left over from feeding some goats. Hey team. Today we'll be clocking in with my friend Carmela. In this episode, Carmela shares her experience as a wedding photographer and entrepreneur. Something you may not know is Carmela and I actually met each other because she was our wedding photographer. And we worked together quite a bit over the years. She's incredibly driven and hardworking. And personally, I think she's a goat. All right, let's jump in. Carmela, thanks for coming on to today's show.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
I'm really looking forward to chatting with you, learning a little bit more about what you do as a wedding photographer, but I also know that you do a lot of other things, so curious to hear about all of that.
Should be fun.
I wanted to, before we start, I actually have a gift for you.
Oh, what? Stop. What is
Is
this?
that crazy? All right,
Wait,
here you go.
what?
Legit,
What
right?
is this?
All right, it's going to get even crazier.
Okay, spinach and carrots.
Yeah, so I was trying to look up like what a goat would eat. So I was like, I scrambled and I was like, do we have anything? I was like, oh my God.
I was not expecting that. Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Stop.
You can put those back. That's actually tonight's dinner. So
Steve, oh my gosh. You're hilarious. Thank you
that's
so much.
funny. I was like, I had to.
Stop it right now. Don't.
So I like following along, and I see that you do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
Was Japan your most recent trip?
Yeah, we recently went to Japan. Yeah, I've just I feel like the past, I don't know, 5 years specifically, I've gone a lot more into traveling, and I've always been a traveler. I think I got that from my dad. He always took us places growing up and stuff, and then more recently as a wedding photographer, it's been fun because a lot of people have asked me to travel to destinations for weddings, which has been the best. It's been so much fun. And yeah, Japan was the most recent, and got to do a little shoot out there just for fun too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like you were, was that for work or
just for fun? We went with two of our friends. She's also a photographer, so we got to do a little trade out there and just kind of took photos of each other. It was really fun. So yeah, I loved it. Japan was sweet. Oh, the best.
It's so cool about Japan. We went a few years ago, and I'm Vietnamese. We went to Vietnam, and then we went to Japan, and I'm like, I love my people. I love my country.
Yeah.
Went to Japan. I'm like, bruh, Japan is lit.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm obsessed.
Better than Vietnam?
I think it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
But it's
That's so funny.
It's so funny because I'm like, yeah, Vietnam is the place.
Yeah.
And then I go to Japan and it's
You're
spotless.
wait,
they follow
hold
the
on.
rules out there. There's traffic lights.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So organized. Everyone's so polite and so sweet. The nicest people ever, I feel like. I don't know.
Did you eat anything cool or anything? Even the convenience stores were
oh yeah.
the onigiris
7-Eleven, Family Mart,
Lawson's or whatever. I don't
yes,
even know.
Yeah, Lawson. I know. Yeah, the egg sandwiches from 7-Eleven were bomb.
Nice.
I just want to try everything. I feel we also ate at restaurants too.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
The best thing we had was sushi, obviously.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It tasted like butter. It was so good. And then ramen, what else did we have? I don't know. Just I tried everything. Takoyaki.
Oh, so good. From the street vendors.
Yeah,
So sick. Was that where did you end up going in all of Japan?
That was so we went to Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, I saw the Kyoto pictures with the arches.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So cool. I know the red Torii gates, I think is what they call
Red
it.
Torii
But
gates.
yeah.
Nice.
Where'd you guys go?
We were only in Japan for 5 days or 4 days, and so we were only in Tokyo.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So
that's fun.
It was perfect. We got to spend 1 day in a few big districts. So Shibuya, Shinjuku,
Nice.
and then Ginza, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Cool. So much shopping.
Oh my God, we went
Oh my
shopping. We
gosh,
went to
yeah.
Uniqlo, the 12-story.
Yes.
Did you do that?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one's
Okay.
crazy. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's the shoppers heaven, Japan.
Literally.
So many shops. At one point I did get a little burnt out from shopping, but it was
You're
still
like,
really
I can't
fun.
keep swiping.
Yeah, I know. I was my bank account. Come on.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's future Carmela's.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So fun though. Loved it.
I think we went to like, oh, what is that store called? Don Quixote.
Oh yeah.
And then we bought like a second luggage.
Same.
So
That's exactly
it's
what
just
we
easier.
did.
Yeah. It's just like,
I
yeah.
know.
That's so
Yeah, we went
sick.
the last day. I was like, we gotta get everything the last day so we're not carrying it the whole trip.
Yeah.
And then get a second luggage, take it back, and yeah, that was the move. Got a lot of stuff.
And what was like your favorite or top 2, 3 favorite things from that
In
trip?
Japan? Oh gosh. I mean, I think for me, I'm such a foodie. You guys are too, I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the food was just like a highlight for me. And then oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I think, let's see. I really liked Kyoto specifically. It's like the matcha capital of Japan, I think is what I heard.
Yeah.
And I'm such a matcha girly. So I was like in heaven and just having
Nice.
matcha like 3 times a day. So yeah, I loved the matcha. And then,
Did you bring some home?
oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, of course. I got to.
Ceremonial grade.
Yes,
Let's go.
exactly.
All right.
And then, oh gosh, let's see. The last thing, let me think. I got a Japanese head spa, which is so
Whoa.
nice. Have you heard of those?
What is that?
It's like a spa for your head and like your scalp. They like give you like a nice wash, make your hair all shiny, and they like scratch your scalp, give you like a nice massage. It's the best. It was so nice. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Next time you go, you should do that too.
I believe that because I'm doing a lot of like on accident, like self-care. And so like I
good
did
for
a
you.
perm and I'm like, oh, I feel so confident in myself
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
And I like
nice.
put lotion on my face now. And it's like I'm glowing, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, respect. I love that.
Yeah, so all right, I'll mark that down.
You should definitely. Yeah, next time you go, head spa.
Something was so sick that was like everything was so cheap.
Yes.
Yeah,
In Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Like we had sushi and it was only like $38 for 2 people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like here it's like
Bruh, that's like
yeah, it's
120
like-
at
I know.
least.
I
Yeah.
know.
I think the pattern is the United States is just pricey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. It's kind of crazy.
But
That's okay though. Pros and cons.
I think
I
true.
guess. Yeah. hmm
Traveling is just so fun.
It is. It's the best. Love it.
Something that is really cool about how we know each other is like, yeah, we've known each other for like 4 or 5, coming up on 5 years
Yes,
now.
I
Yeah,
know.
you were
So
our
crazy.
wedding photographer.
I was.
Yes. That was so fun and kind of a
So
bad time, I
fun.
guess.
During
COVID.
during COVID, yeah. It was your day was the best though. It was so
All
fun.
right, you don't have to gas us
No,
up.
I'm not.
Oh, we already know that, but that's so
Yeah,
funny.
you already know. No, it was so fun though. And I feel like specifically like with you guys, I feel like we clicked like right away. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that was just me. I don't know.
No, I think that that's true because we probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, true. Fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are my past groom and
Yeah.
I love that. We're doing this right now. It's so cool.
I remember getting dressed up and then the knock and I see you and we're
Yeah.
like, dude, like it's go time. I'm like all nervous.
Yeah. Oh
that
my
was so sick.
goodness.
And yeah, we went out into the Red Rocks.
Yes, in Sedona.
And in
Mhm.
Sedona. And I remember a moment this is so funny.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
No, like you were taking our picture and the sun was behind us and I made a comment or something. I was like, yeah, is that good for the camera?
Oh.
And then you're like, don't worry, I got it. And I was like,
Trust me.
you're the pro. That's so funny.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. You had a good day that day, right?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Good.
Everything went like so smooth.
Yeah.
Like La Berge was like pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stunning. Beautiful.
exactly. And it was like small, intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loved that.
Had Raz there.
Yeah, I know.
was cool.
Highlight.
Yeah.
So cool.
I
I
was
do
gonna-
love that's how we met. It's amazing.
Something that I think you already know this, but some of the pictures that you posted was like Indochino actually reshared our work.
I saw that.
So
I
I'm just
know.
saying, I think we may need like another collab with Indo.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, so hit us up, Indochino. Oh,
Y'all are famous, honestly.
adding on to that,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, like, so Elizabeth and I did Mo Boho.
Yeah.
we did an event and a groom came up to me
Uh-huh.
while I was setting up his event, or like I go up to him and I'm like, bruh, nice
Yeah.
suit.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, bruh, I saw you on the Indochino
No
thing. And then that inspired
way.
me to get it. And I was like, all right.
Stop, you're an influencer.
I was like, all right, confirmed. I'm going to be an influencer. That's so funny.
Wait, that's
so I'm like, all
amazing.
right.
That's
Yep.
so funny. Oh my god.
So I would say that's a pretty
Not a
sick
big
collab.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Steve, Carmela, Indo
Yes,
collab.
exactly.
Yeah, GQ, I'm still working on you. So one day,
go.
let's go.
That's so funny.
But yeah, we've known each other throughout the years, and it's like, yeah, I've done like a million projects, and just wanted to say I've always appreciated all of your support. You're always like
that's
one of the
sweet.
day ones to kind of like get in there and give feedback and thoughts. So
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I feel like every time I like see you or like talk to you, you're always doing something new. And I'm like, okay, go off. Like, let's go. That's amazing.
I'm hoping that that's not like always the pattern.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
like for it to stick.
Yeah.
But
That's cool though. You're just experimenting.
Yeah. I think I did like, we did Mo Boho for like maybe 2 years. And then we did our wedding circle for another 2 to 3 years. So it's pretty committal.
Yeah.
It's not like a
It's
few
not, like,
months or a few weeks
yeah,
type thing. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
So yeah.
We'll see how this podcast goes.
I know. It's been so
Yeah.
fun actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
The editing is kind of tough,
Yeah.
but hey,
Learning curve.
learning curve, do the hard shit. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
exactly. You got
Yeah.
this.
Thank you.
I feel like you have like the motivation and the drive. So I feel like you got this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll keep you in the loop with the progress.
Yeah, let me know.
So how long have you been a wedding photographer?
Oh gosh, so I've been doing photography in general since 2012, so 12 years, which is so crazy. I feel like that makes me sound so old. And then I've been full-time in weddings for 8 years. So yeah, quite a long time. It's been the best. I love it so much. Yeah.
You wouldn't be doing it for 8 years otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah,
That's
for
awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you have to go to school for photography, or like what is kind of like the barrier of entry, I guess?
Yeah, I feel like I mean, I can kind of explain, I guess, my journey of how I became a photographer. So my journey started in like high school, like my senior year of high school, and I got thrown into like a yearbook class randomly. And they were like, "Here, Carmela, take this camera and go take like photos of like school events and like, I don't know, sports for the yearbook." I was like, "Okay." And then like I remember I was like not super interested in it, but I was like, okay, like why not? And then I would take photos of events, and then I just like grew to love the interaction between me and the camera and like the people behind it, and being able to like freeze those moments and then show those people like the photos afterwards, and they like would love it and be like, "Can you send those to me?" Like it was just so like exciting. And I just grew to like love photography after that. And then eventually people asked me to do like senior photos, and then eventually like family photos. And it just kind of like grew gradually, like without me even like trying to necessarily. So I kind of like, I don't know, I like really grew to love it. But I never pictured it as like a career. I had like very traditional Asian parents.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Same.
So yeah, I'm sure you
Yeah.
can relate, where they're like, I don't know if anyone else can relate, but usually Asian parents are very strict, where they're like, you have to be like in the medical field, or like
Be an engineer,
you know, an
be a
engineer.
lawyer.
Yes, something
Yep.
very stable, which I get. I understand. They worked very hard to get to where they are now, so I get it.
Facts.
But yeah, so I never pictured that as a career. So it was always just something like off to the side. And I moved on to Arizona State University. I did kinesiology. I was planning on becoming a physical therapist and going to grad school.
Nice.
Forks up.
Yeah, forks up. Go Devils.
Planning on being a physical therapist, and I got my bachelor's, but decided in the end like not to pursue physical therapy because I shadowed one, and I just was like, I don't think I could do this. And then I randomly interned at Villa Siena. I don't know if you've heard
Oh,
of that
yeah.
venue. It's in Gilbert. And I did like a little internship there, and I kind of learned a little bit about weddings and found that I was like pretty good at it. I'm a very like type A person. So I think I'm good at like coordination and like planning and stuff like that. And then after college, I graduated and I became a wedding coordinator at a venue. Still doing photography on the side, but not full time or anything. I wasn't doing wedding photography at all, just kind of like little shoots here and there. And I became, a wedding coordinator for a year, learned like the ins and outs of weddings, fell in love with weddings and just like everything to do with weddings. And I did not like my boss. It was a very toxic environment. So I decided to
Still
quit.
at that venue?
At a different venue.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at Villa Siena. Villa
Okay.
Siena people were great.
Okay, sick.
So I eventually quit the wedding coordination job and I went full time into wedding photography. I was just
Nice.
like, let me just combine these two things that I feel like I'm good at, photography and weddings, and see what I can do from here. And it was like the best decision I ever made. I never went to school for photography either. Like, I honestly think anyone could do it. I don't think you need like a college degree or anything, which is nice. And I went to like YouTube Academy and like used all the
Literally,
free
YouTube
resources.
expert.
Exactly, yeah. And just like self-taught, just practiced every day. I think when you have like passion behind something, that really helps you, I guess, like excel forward without having to have like a formal degree or bachelor's degree in anything.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, completely agree. You can definitely learn if you're passionate enough and like go as deep as you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
That's really cool about Villa Siena that you're
Yeah.
saying, because my cousin is kind of interning there.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
And so she's like did a little bit of coordinating work, and then most recently she was the security guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, she was like, I don't know, I need
Wait, what?
Yeah, so she
Is she like tiny?
yeah.
Oh my
And so she's like, I was like, so you're the muscle tonight.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's
She said that
amazing.
like the security person, it's up to them to clean up the throw up. And I was like,
No.
hopefully no throw up.
Oh my gosh, no.
That's so funny.
Weddings, I don't know. That's pretty common.
Yeah, people get rowdy.
Yes, they do.
That's so funny. But
That's
okay.
hilarious.
So for like, you've been a photographer or a wedding photographer for 8
Yes.
years, 2016, 17,
17,
something.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What is like your general like day to day now, or like throughout your week? Do you have it pretty planned out?
So every week is kind of different only because like, okay, so typically weddings are on weekends, which we all know. So, and then throughout the week on like weekdays is when I do like admin and editing. And then throughout the week also, if there's like engagement shoots, that's typically also on a weekday, like afternoon during sunset. So
Golden hour.
yeah, golden hour.
Nice.
You know the term,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's go.
So yeah, weekends for weddings, and then throughout the week is more just like the at home stuff. Yeah, like on my laptop and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, what's your general like workflow? I've always been curious because I'm also into photography,
Yeah.
but I am very weak at the post processing step. And so like, I don't know Photoshop, I don't know
Yeah.
anything actually about that stuff.
Yeah.
Like legit. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll find a preset filter, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
No,
then
that's
it's
fair.
like, it looks bad on this picture, but it looks really good over here. I'm like, I don't get
Yeah.
it. It's like the hue color, and I'm like, I don't know.
You can learn.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Well, I guess, I'll explain kind of, I guess, like from taking the photo to
Yeah.
delivery, what that's like, I guess. So on the camera, typically you'd want to shoot in raw format. And then I write on 2 SD cards on my camera just as a backup in case like one corrupts, which knock on wood, hopefully that never happens. And then basically import them onto my laptop onto a hard drive, and usually I save it onto like at least 2 different places.
Wow.
Just as a backup, because it's like wedding photos.
Yeah,
you
totally.
you don't want to like and then from there you import them into whatever editing software you use, which I use Adobe Lightroom. I don't know if you use that too. And then I've developed my own presets like over time. So I usually first I'll cull through the photos. So I'll pick all the best ones and delete the other ones that I don't like. And then from there, I'll start like the editing process of like putting presets on them and then tweaking each photo basically. And then, yeah, exporting them and then delivering, which is like the best part.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, the coolest thing was when we got the previews and we're like,
Yeah.
bruh, we need the whole set
Yeah, it's a
now.
little thing to like hold you over. I feel
Literally.
like.
and then the Google Drive link and we're like, let's
Yes,
go.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
go through
gosh.
like there's like 300 400 pictures in there and
Yeah.
I like go through it relatively often. Probably a
Oh.
few times a year.
Oh,
Now
I
that I think
love
about
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sweet. It's so funny because, like, I guess back then, I don't remember what platform I was using, but Google Drive, maybe, I guess, is what I sent them over to. But now, like, times have changed so much. It's so crazy.
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, whoa, Google Drive. Like,
You're like that's old tech.
ancient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ancient.
Oh, I love that, though.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Oh.
What perks are there as a wedding photographer?
Oh, like the pros, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think an amazing thing is being your own boss, which is like so cool. You
Big
can make your
fan.
own schedule. Yeah. And choose, yeah, basically what you want your week to look like. You could choose to take a whole month off or like a couple days where I feel like a corporate job, you only get a certain amount of PTO per year. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very big pro in my eyes is like I can go take a vacation in March if I wanted to.
You don't
So I
need to
love
brag.
that. Yeah. So that's great. And then I think for me also as like an extrovert, I just love like meeting other people and like just like strangers and becoming friends with them. Like for you, like I don't know if we would have ever like met in real life, you know?
Yeah.
So it's so cool that I get to meet people from like all over the world too. Like I had a couple last year who were from Canada, but they got married in Italy. And it's like I would never have been able to meet them unless like I had this job. So it's so cool that I got to do that. I don't know. I love like wedding photography so much and I love like the community of people too that are in it. And it's just the best. I love
The community aspect is really cool.
Yeah.
That was what drew me into the wedding industry and like what made me kind of like launch our wedding circle
Yeah.
concept because I was like all of these other corporations like the Knot and Wedding Wire and Zola, it's maybe not rightfully so, but like they really look at it from the couple's perspective.
Yes.
But it's like the wedding vendors are the backbone of the entire industry and there's no platform that kind of like gives that power back. We did so many styled shoots and you know, like all of these events so that we could connect and meet and learn each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really cool aspect that
Yeah.
hearing you like bring up.
Yeah, I feel like I guess specifically in Arizona, I'm not sure what it's like in like other states, but here we do have such a good community and I feel like I guess if you're starting out in like weddings or like wedding photography, I think community is like everything and like
really like it actually is.
Yeah, and
totally.
people will help you and teach you and like challenge you, so encourage you to go find people that are like you and it'll be beneficial for everybody.
Do you have like any favorite places that you've traveled for weddings?
Ooh, I mean, Italy is probably like number one. I've always dreamt
Those shots were
of-
crazy.
Yeah, thanks.
They were crazy.
Thanks. Yeah, it was at a villa. We've shot 2 at a villa. And that's always been like a dream of mine. Just any villa. I'm like, please, anyone with a villa, like, please hire me. And that was like so fun and beautiful. And then, I just feel like everywhere like I go, I try to do some kind of shoot wherever I go just because I don't know, it's just like fun for me. We did one in like Copenhagen too, which was so fun.
So jealous.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
the best. And then obviously, Japan, we did also a session there. Trying to think. Oh, and then Banff National Park in Canada was
I remember that.
epic. Yeah. But I have so many other places that I want to go to, like so many on my bucket list. So yeah.
Were those all like wedding related or was it like were you just there for a specific wedding versus like an engagement, for example?
So Copenhagen, we were traveling with friends. Japan, we were traveling with friends. And then Italy, we got hired to go there. which was so nice. Like they paid for like flights and accommodations and all of that. And then we've also done destinations like Mexico, which
Oh,
is
so cool.
fun. Yeah. And Dominican
Mm.
Republic. I'm trying to figure out where else. There's other places too. I just like can't think of them. And we've gone like all over the states too, which has been like the best. So much fun.
I think I met a wedding photographer who you did her engagement photos, and
Oh.
she was out in New York. And so I like linked up
Oh.
through seeing her through your
Yes.
pictures.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. Oh,
So
no way.
so it's cool seeing you travel.
Oh,
Yeah, I
thanks.
see you
Yeah.
all over, and I'm like, oh, where's Carmela now?
Oh, I love that. I love that reputation.
Literally. That's so sick. Plug YouTube channel.
Yes.
So cool. Do you have any like any bucket list places that you want to do
Yeah.
weddings for at?
Yes. I mean, Portugal and Spain, those guys are on my list, like
Okay.
high up there. And then I had an elopement for this summer in Iceland, but unfortunately they broke up, so it got canceled. But that is still on my list. Iceland is way up there. The Dolomites in Switzerland, stunning. I would love to go there. I don't know. I'm honestly down to go anywhere. I'm like, Antarctica, sign
Take
me up.
me.
I'm there. Yeah.
Drake Lake.
Yeah,
Do
anywhere.
do you know that?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
passage?
Yes.
Yeah. We've been watching those videos, and I'm like,
Oh
bro,
my
the
gosh,
water.
it's crazy.
I was
Maybe
like,
not that. Yeah, I don't know.
that's so funny. One of my coworkers went to Antarctica.
Oh,
It looks amazing.
cool.
So,
I feel like
yeah.
not very many people go there. So
Not
that's so
yet.
sweet. Yeah, true.
Or maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the penguins
It's a little
seem
bit more
chill.
untouched, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah. I'd
Nice.
love to go there.
When I take pictures, I really try to do a lot of planning mentally about like the shot. Do you go through any similar process like that? Where you're like, as you're walking around maybe, and you're like, whoa, this would be a sick shot right now.
Yeah, I feel like I guess specifically for weddings, yes. I feel like it also depends on like the couple and kind of what they're hoping for. Cuz I feel like some couples love like more documentary where it's like you're just kind of capturing the day as it goes, not as much like planning and like posing and stuff. And then other couples love all like the more of like the editorial vibe where it's like I will set up the whole entire like shot and stage it so it looks like I don't know, magazine vibes, I guess. And I feel like for those weddings, yeah, I'll kind of plan out the shots that I want, and also depends on the couple. If they're like they like being in front of the camera, that helps a lot. So I can be more creative and like stuff like that. So I guess kind of yes, and sometimes no. Depends.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm.
That's a current weakness of mine, which is I don't know how to pose other people. And so I've like started watching TikToks and YouTube videos
Yeah.
and things, and I'm just like I just don't see the pattern. It's like I can't envision it. But hey, work in progress.
Yeah, I would say just practice.
Yeah.
And then something that helps is also like posing yourself and seeing what looks best on you helps you pose other people. Yeah.
I've been doing at least mental, like I said, I tried to like plan out my shots. And
Yeah.
so I was like, oh, if I were to do a photo shoot of myself and maybe set up a timer or something, it's like going in and doing these poses myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there
cool.
you go.
Yeah, that's a cool rec.
Yeah, little tip.
Yeah, yeah. Is that a free one?
Yeah, yeah. There
Oh,
you go.
nice. Cool, thanks. It was like masterclass with Carmela.
No,
I'm taking
no,
notes over here.
no.
That's so funny. Do you have any like favorite shots that you've taken over the years? Like some that you're just like for me, I do have
You do?
like you know like there's like 5 shots or something out
Yeah.
of all that I'm like, dude, these are like composite wise or just like
Yeah.
like the pose was so good or whatever.
I feel like I do. I think it's hard because every time I shoot like a new wedding or something that I'm excited about, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. Like I feel like it
Yes.
like I don't know, it's hard. And then the couples really influence too. I feel like the photos. If I like really feel connected and like love that couple, then I like love the photos even more. If that makes sense.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess a lot of the traveling ones I would say are like my top favorites.
Because maybe because it's so different.
Yeah,
Like it's
so
not
different.
Arizona. I
Yeah.
mean, no flame.
No,
Love
yeah,
Sedona.
no, love
love
Arizona,
Sedona. Love
yeah.
the mountains. Paseo mountains. Superstition.
Yeah. No,
But it's
exactly.
like, dude,
It's
there's a
just
villa in
different.
Italy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's why I'm like shooting more destination weddings too, because I mean I've been doing this for a while, and so when you shoot over and over in like the same setting, it's like it gets like old after a while, you know.
Yeah.
So it's nice to switch it up so that your creative brain is kind of like
Activated.
activated. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not sure if y'all know this, but Carmela has like some pretty
Oh no.
influential pictures, like right, like you have like some crazy I don't want to use the word viral, but you have some like pretty viral pictures, and or like they're used in like magazines and stuff.
Oh gosh.
Wait, were you in Vogue?
No, not in Vogue. I got featured in People though, which is so
People.
cool.
That's so
Yeah.
sick.
Thanks. Yeah, it was for a bride who she like loved ketchup, and so she made her whole theme
Oh
for
my
her
God, I
wedding
remember
ketchup. And it
that.
was in Italy too. So yeah, people loved that. They were like, that's so unique and such a funny idea.
Wait, was that you? Or like
Yeah.
oh,
I mean, I think I'm like
because I think that popped up in my feed, and
oh,
maybe I didn't
cool.
realize that it
Oh,
was you.
really?
Holy cow, yeah, because of the ketchup thing. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's so
I mean, yeah, it
funny.
was very unique. It was such a cool wedding. Yeah. Yeah, People. It was cool.
Yeah. Is
Kinda
ketchup
crazy.
big in Italy?
I don't think so.
It's just like tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes, yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I guess yeah, tomatoes. Maybe not specifically ketchup, but yeah, tomatoes.
What for you has been like you mentioned when you take pictures you have like dual writes or like
Mhm.
it writes to two
Right.
SD cards and you have backups of backups and
Mhm.
well what we found in the wedding industry is like it's very high risk.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
dude you can't mess up.
I know.
So like has anything ever like gone wrong for you? It's
Oh,
been
of course, yes.
like
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for 8 years, so yeah, especially
something.
at the beginning, like I was definitely learning, like, gosh, like the ins and outs of wedding photography, and yeah, very high risk. You have the wedding photos all on you, and like you have to make sure you keep them safe, and like also just with like gear, you never know what can happen, so it's kind of like scary. You can't fully rely on gear sometimes, like corruption of SD cards, and then even like on wedding days, I've had it where my camera will like glitch out because it has to do something with the battery or something. And like I've always feared of like having that happen during like the first kiss or something. But that's why you always have a second camera just in case one of them glitches out. I'm trying to think. I definitely have messed up like names before, which has been so embarrassing.
It's like whoops.
Yeah, I know. I've fallen a lot on wedding days, like tripped over everything. I'm trying to think of like what else. And
Seems pretty
then-
tame so far.
Yeah, not too
Fortunate,
bad.
yeah.
Knock on
Yeah,
wood.
let's keep on knocking, yeah,
I
literally.
know. But I've seen like crazy things at weddings, but thankfully none of it had to really involve me, which is
Gotcha.
good. Yeah.
Like somebody
so.
threw up and the security guard had to.
Crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane stuff. Yeah.
Wait, that's
I'm like
crazy.
at your wedding. I saw. No, I'm kidding.
Literally, I was like, "What's my grandpa doing?" I was
know.
like, "Get out of there." I don't even know. Yeah, when we were doing weddings, we like, it was like I'm in charge of like logistics and like bringing
Yeah.
everything,
Mhm.
and we would get there on site, and we're an hour away from here, and
Mhm.
it's like, bro, you forgot this.
Oh,
And it's like, so I'm
no.
calling my brother or whoever to like bring up the
Yeah.
legs for the arches, and I'm
Oh
like, oh
my
my god, it's
gosh.
like nice.
It's crazy. Yeah, I feel like weddings are just so like there's so much pressure,
Yeah.
and it's a lot on every vendor too, not just
Mhm.
like photographers. Yeah, it's everyone.
With photography, like we mentioned that you did some work before
Mhm.
weddings. As a wedding photographer, like what other career opportunities can you do with this? Because like I know you do a lot of other things. Do you want to
Mm.
like go a little more in depth on the other projects that you do?
Yeah. Yeah, so right now, I mean, I have wedding photography as like my main thing. And then I'm also kind of dabbling into like YouTube a little bit and just for fun, documenting like my travels, doing like travel vlogs and stuff like that. And then I also have like another business that's more towards like corporate and branding. We've been working with like restaurants and providing like photography and videography for them, which has been like so different than weddings, but has been so fun and like creative and challenging. And then like I also offer mentoring for photographers too, for whoever's like getting into it and has questions. And yeah, I feel like there's so many different, I guess, ways you can make income as a photographer. Like I know boudoir photographers who that's the only thing that they do, and they make bank. Like they make a lot. And
Oh,
then
sick.
you can do like albums and prints, and then you can sell your presets. You can go the education route and sell courses or like online guides and digital products and go that way and make like passive income that way. Um, and then you can start like an associate team. You can have like a whole team of photographers if you wanted to, and go that way and make income that way. So I don't know. There's a whole different, I don't know. There's so many different ways you can go. And then with photography in general too, you could be like a travel photographer, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other things, commercial photographer, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up because recently I saw you were doing, and I'm not sure if this is part of the brand work that you're doing, but you were doing like not Airbnb, but
Mm-hmm.
uh pictures of like a person's like space or like a
Yeah.
is that like part of the brand stuff?
That's part of, yeah, my other business is called Hello Horizon. So we're doing, yeah, like we're kind of gearing more towards like hospitality and tourism.
Hospitality. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like brands and businesses. So yeah, recently we shot for a like interior design company that they only do interior design for restaurants. So
Mm.
if you know like Etta and
Yeah, yeah.
Scottsdale, they did all
Beautiful.
the
The
interior.
tree in the middle, and you're
Yes,
like,
I
wow.
know. So we got to
Yes.
like film that, and they got to like explain why they picked out certain curtains and the
Oh,
meaning
cool.
behind it. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
I wanted to say like another super cool thing is I'm going around, yapping as normal. And we went to go try a Vietnamese coffee place, and
Mm,
I'm like, oh wow, this place is so good, and I found you on Instagram type stuff, and I'm talking to the owner, and
yeah.
then Big Dog goes, yeah, we're like uh, revamping our website right now, and we're like adding more pictures and stuff. It's from like this
Nice.
local photographer, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like who are they? Can I see some of their work?
Oh my
And then and then
gosh.
and then it was you.
Oh
And I was like,
my
well,
gosh.
bruh, I was like, she was my wedding photographer. That's crazy. So that
Wait.
was Cafe Molly.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
So
my
I
gosh.
was
That's
like,
so
yeah,
funny. Small world. I also love them. They got great matcha. Just saying.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said they like also import it
Oh,
from
cool. I
Japan.
believe it. Yeah. It's really good.
Uh,
Hmm.
I guess I'm not entirely sure if that's true, but
Okay.
but it sounds
That's
cool.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds cool. But yeah, it's really sick. Like I don't know. It's maybe not surprising, but I like going around, and it's cool how frequent you come up. Like no lie.
That's
Yeah, exactly. Like just
crazy.
going around, and then yeah, I chatted with Carmela, or Carmela took our
Yeah.
pictures, type stuff,
Hmm.
and I'm like, holy shit. Yeah,
Oh,
so that's sick.
I love that.
Yes, me too.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It really is a small world, though, especially here. But yeah,
that's true. Yeah, Phoenix is only
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's yeah,
Everyone knows each other somehow. Everyone's connected somehow.
yeah.
It's
If
so
you're in the
funny.
know, you're in the know.
Yes. Yeah. I think so.
That's so cool. So with your career being like 8 years,
Hmm.
you've been doing this for quite a while. Can you kind of like explain a little bit more about like your salary progression? How how
Yeah.
how has that gone over the years?
Yeah. So, I mean, so year one, I feel like when you jump into something full time, it really like pushes you to like work your ass off because you're like, well, I don't have a choice.
It's like
So,
imposter syndrome
yeah,
almost. Yeah.
yeah. And like my first year, I think I made like 65K, which I feel like I was very proud of myself for that. Like I was never expecting to actually like make kind of like a solid income from photography. Like it's just so crazy to me. And then just like progressively over the years, I've made like more and more and gotten to like increase my pricing and kind of like shoot the same ish. And I'm trying to keep increasing my pricing and shooting less kind of. And like now I'm very happy with where I'm at. I know photographers that are like making up to like 500,000 per
Whoa.
year. Yeah, and then I know some that are still at like the 100K. So it's like a big range, and I also think I know photographers who have like tons of experience, but they're kind of on the lower range because I feel like or wait, no. Yeah, lower range because I feel like they're very good at what they do, but they're not good at the business side of things. Whereas some photographers are good at the business side of things, but don't have a lot of experience and they're making like so much money. So I feel like there's such a big range, but there is so much potential to make a lot of income, especially if you have like a team of photographers and you outsource editing and you don't even have to edit anything. Like that's also something a lot of photographers do, and they make bank. Like they make a lot of money.
Those are the editors?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. And like on average, I would say wedding photographers charge like 4 to 5K for like the middle tier, I
Mhm.
guess is what you would call it. And then most photographers I know also shoot like 30 weddings a year ish. Um,
Is that a lot?
that's like, yeah,
What
I
is
would
that,
say
like
that's pretty
one or
accurate.
two a week?
Well, it depends because I guess like in Arizona, it's all crammed into spring and
Oh, true.
fall. Yeah. So it's like, because the summer's too hot.
Literally too
Yeah.
hot.
For me, I try to like right now, my pricing starts at 7,200, which I'm very grateful for.
Mhm.
And then I try to shoot like 30 weddings a year too. People think I'm crazy, but I love working and I love weddings. So it's just like, it's what's worked for me.
Yeah.
I'm happy with where I'm at. Yeah.
Going back to what you said about how some wedding photographers are not necessarily good about like the business
Mm,
side and then
mm-hmm.
vice versa. I've wanted to say kind of like you're totally right. Like I don't even want to boil it down to just like wedding photographer because
Mm.
you're really like an entrepreneur first.
Yes. Yeah.
And so like how has that been kind of like balancing the two? Cuz
Yeah.
yeah, you have to think about your career growth, your salary growth, but also you have to keep up with your technical skills.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Like when people think like, "Oh, you're a wedding photographer." They're like, "Oh my gosh, that must be so fun." Like which it is. Like it's so much fun, but there's also so many things that as photographers we have to do that aren't as fun, like all the admin, taxes, accounting. You have to pay for your own health insurance. Like there's just like so many like boring things I would call them that we have to
Yeah.
like take care of. And marketing, advertising,
Yep.
establishing like relationships, networking, like so many things that you have to think about also on top of all the creative stuff that you have to do. Um, and yeah, I just feel like some people maybe are like really good at like the sales part of business, so they excel super fast. And then some photographers are kind of stuck where they're super talented, but they're not as good as the like balancing the admin and like organization and all of that, marketing, advertising.
Hmm.
So they're kind of stuck, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always like a constant balance. I feel like I'm still kind of learning every year and growing every year. Like I'm not perfect at it because it's hard. But yeah, I think it's something you definitely have to prioritize both. So
Yeah, I completely agree.
yeah.
That's been my experience with entrepreneurship.
Mm,
I don't even know if that's a word,
I think so.
but it's like um yeah, you're good at this thing, but there is infinitely more than just like that. Like you have to market yourself. It doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
how good your product is.
Yeah.
If you can't market and let people know about who you are, then your product can't go anywhere.
Yeah, no one's gonna see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then I guess the other side is you're really good at marketing, but you don't have a product.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
guess I don't know how long that can last for. But,
Right.
yeah. I guess that's a
Exactly.
true fake it till you make it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
now that I think about
Yeah.
it.
I do feel like I know some photographers who like they start and they're very talented, but they only last for like 2 years.
Mm.
So, yeah, I don't know what the statistic is for that or anything, but it is interesting seeing that.
That's what I kind of noticed about the wedding industry is it has a low barrier to entry, but a very
Mm.
high attrition rate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's
No.
just how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's phases for everything, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. And then going back to about what you said about your starting prices, but not like starting price, but it's like, do you offer other packages, or is it just like, hey, I'm going to shoot your wedding? But it's like, if you were to do engagement photos, are you charging the same? Or like, I think something that's popular amongst wedding photographers is like the duration and or like travel. It's like,
Yeah.
like how do you like use those levers, you know?
Yeah, I feel like every year my pricing changes, to be honest. Like my structure changes. So last year I had engagement sessions included in all my packages. This year I don't. And then for me it's all based on like hourly, like how much I'll be there shooting, how many hours it'll take. So my pricing right now starts at 7 hours of coverage, includes two shooters, so two photographers.
Oh,
And then,
nice.
yeah, and then,
So all of your weddings moving forward will have you plus somebody
yeah.
else? Okay.
Yeah. I love having a second photographer, just like, I don't know, it's nice having someone there with me.
Yeah.
Just like talk to, and they also help out like a ton. And then, engagement is an add-on. Travel, I have packages, travel's included, like for my destination weddings. It's a whole separate pricing guide than
Oh, I
like
see.
here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know, there's so many different ways photographers can structure it. I know photographers who just do like an all-in-one package and that's what you get. And then some photographers, they have a very low starting rate and then you just add on from there, which I feel like that's probably a good strategy. But yeah, everyone's so different.
Yeah.
Personal preference.
And I think that that's a really cool thing about being your own business owner is
Yeah.
you drive. Like, you know, it's up to you to figure out
Yeah.
what style you want to run your business in.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing, and it's also could be a bad thing too, because if you don't have the like I don't know what to call it, like motivation, I guess, and drive to get those things done. If you're your own boss, you don't have anyone telling you to do that, so it has to come from you, I think. Yeah. So
Completely agree.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's like, yeah, you go in more into the unknown and it's up to
Yeah.
you to sift through the ambiguity versus like, okay, if you were to go down like a corporate path, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is the structure.
Yeah. You have like a path, kind of. Yeah. And it's scary, but it's
It's
worth it.
it is scary. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I get like imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
or putting yourself out there is so interesting because I have done things by myself, but it's like even with this podcast, I kind of get for some reason like nervous,
Yeah.
and it's not like I've done harder things, but I still get nervous, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what is this?
It is weird. And especially if you're like promoting yourself, it's like, this feels weird.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. And like, even, I mean, I've been, doing photography for like years now. And you'd think I wouldn't have imposter syndrome, but I still do, like almost every day. Sometimes I'll look at my photos and be like, oh my gosh, like these are trash. Like,
Oh no. Wow.
yeah, like I actually think those things. And then sometimes I'm like, man, my editing sucks. Like, why are people paying me for this? Like, it makes no sense. But then other days I'm like confident and I'm like, yeah, like I got this.
You're like, dude, that's sick as
Yeah,
that pic
exactly.
is sick. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. And ups and downs, crazy. Yeah. Entrepreneurship. Is that what you said? Yeah. Is such like a roller coaster of emotions and like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
so worth it. So fun.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anybody who's interested in becoming a wedding photographer?
Ooh, I have so much advice. I can just give like a couple though. I think what I said earlier, community, finding people who mentor or yeah, can like offer you to like shadow or like second shoot. I think second shooting is huge, getting that experience. And just yeah, finding community for people that can teach you and challenge you and stuff like that is huge. And let's see. Maybe another thing would be just like practice, which I feel like everyone always says that, but I think it's huge. Just like practice every day, try and experiment different things, see what you like, see what you don't like. And also try not to compare yourself to like other people's journeys because everyone's on their own journey. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are there any places where you want to kind of like let people know where they can find you?
Oh, Instagram for sure.
Okay.
Carmela Joy Photography on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. And then if you guys want to follow my little YouTube channel, it's very new. I'm just having fun with it. I think it's Carmela Joy on there. Lots of travel stuff on there. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on to today's
Oh my
show.
gosh, thanks for having me. This was so fun.
Yeah, it's been really cool kind of
You're
like
a
catching
great
up a little
podcast
bit.
host also.
Thanks.
You killed it. Yeah.
It's actually surprisingly really hard. And that concludes today's episode. Thank you again, Carmela, for taking time out of your day and letting us know what it's like being a wedding photographer. And if you are looking for a photographer, definitely check out Carmela's social media accounts in the description below. If you have any additional questions, leave them in the comments. And if you're a wedding photographer, we want to hear from you too.